good afternoon to everyone. Today, before lunch, we will speak about Formula One, about why every second matters in Formula One, why data is so important in Formula One, and how Oran Telecom is doing the same thing here in Serbia, and what is the connection between Aston Martin Formula One team and Oran Telecom. Today, it was like we had 2 free practice in Las Vegas, so let's first see some telemetry data for the first 2 practice in Formula One today. So this is just introduction, a representation about some telemetry data from today's practice. The first practice was at 3 a.m. Serbian time, and the second practice was at 7 a.m. This picture represents how at these first 2 practice, Mercedes and Ferrari were superior in low-speed corners, and have fantastic results. Unfortunately, Aston Martin was like, I think, 5th or 6th place by Fernando Alonso, but it's only first 2 practices. So I don't know how many of you are Formula One fans first. Okay, great. So in first 25 minutes, we will speak about AI, about Aston Martin, Oran Telecom, and how we are integrating all of these things together. And the last 5 minutes are for quiz. And today we cannot bring the full Aston Martin car, but we have some small cars, medical car, safety car, and Aston Martin AM23 model for the quiz winner. So, actually, you cannot run a Formula One car without data. So, if you don't have a connection to your data on the racetrack, the car cannot start. So, and the car is generating a lot of data during the race, during the lap. Approximately about 100 megabits per data are generating by Aston Martin Formula One car. So, and how is that connected to Oran Telecom? We are here in Serbia, internet service provider, but also, we are a cloud provider, and our cloud and our services are based on NetApp storage and NetApp intelligent data infrastructure. So it's same with Aston Martin. We use same technology from security perspective, from AI perspective, from data infrastructure, intelligence infrastructure in our data center here in Serbia, in our both data centers. So in next 30 seconds, we will listen Aston Martin Chief Architect Engineer. He will explain how Aston Martin is using NetApp technology, and after that, I will speak how Oran Telecom is using same. But no.
Working together as a partnership, which basically means NetApp understanding our business strategy, where we're going, what do we want to do in 2024 and in 2025. It's also understanding from a NetApp's perspective where they're going with their product and their technology, and then we're overlaying what they're doing and their capabilities with our roadmap. And that then helps us identify where we've got quick gains and we can use their expertise to implement solutions and be agile, but also it allows us to understand the gaps. The key benefits that the NetApp Unified Solution provides is it simplifies our management of our data plane, so having a single control plane to manage all our data, to obviously look at things like our data governance, data classification, understand our compliance around GDPR, making sure that single unified plane again to make sure we are archiving data, but also making sure that we have single view of our security to make sure we are protected against ransomware.
So the last word, ransomware. We will first speak about that security part in Formula One. So as I said, you cannot run Formula One car without data. And on the race paddock, in Formula One paddock, you have mini data centers. So the equipment which reside on Aston Martin HQ and Aston Martin paddock, it's the same, but on the track it's just smaller one. You have one NetApp storage, which is connected to the car. Also, some kind of other servers, which are also connected to the car. So it's the same in our data center. we are using the same storage. The cloud is based on NetApp, same technology. And when we speak about ransomware, so on the Formula 1 racetrack, you cannot handle if you lose a single byte of data. So because in Formula 1 today, in first practice between first and 10th at the grid, it was only 1 second. So and in the race, the milliseconds matter. So that's the reason why data is so important, and that's one of the reasons why teams need to protect against ransomware, especially on the track, also in HQ. So the first AI service that we provide as cloud provider here in Serbia, it was published by, I think, in January this year. It was AI-based ransomware protection. The same protection is used by Aston Martin on the track and in their HQ. So you can have a lot of security measures in your company. Firewalls, next generation firewalls, IDS, IPS, CM systems, but the storage is the last resort of your security. And this solution is based on things that the NetApp intelligence infrastructure can see, the flow of your data, how your data is manipulating some kind of statistics and things like that. So, and yeah, at the beginning of the year, we implemented this system, which is also recognized. It's the only storage system on the planet with these security standards, approved by Department of Defense of in United States. Also, certificates regarding DORA framework, GDPR, and similar frameworks. So how does it look like in action? This storage system is the same on the track at Formula 1 track or at our data center. And there is a system which is based on NetApp HQ. On NetApp side, you have data collection part and the model training. Model training, it's doing like constantly all the 24/7 per hour, and the NetApp is pushing training models to do, for example, Aston Martin on the track today, maybe, and also in our data center at Oran Telecom. So we are just responsible for this AI model packaging, and NetApp responsibility is model training and pushing that models to our storage systems, to our cloud customers. Also, this is for today the first and the only one system on the planet which can detect ransomware on storage level, and it was tested with NSS labs with a detection rate of 100%, and in cooperation with NetApp, we are giving to our customer like ransomware guarantee protection. So the NetApp is guaranteeing that in case of ransomware attack or something else, we will restore your data immediately. So this is the model how it's pushing to the storage. So there is a couple of things how that it's doing. So you have every file has its own entropy. So for example, text files can be from 2 to 6, maybe from 1 to 3, and mostly security vendors are using that parameter for detecting ransomware or malware. But that's the only part. In NetApp, and in comparison with NetApp, we are doing on the like more things need to behave completely to NetApp run that's actually attack. So these systems has a more less false positives, because you have final analytics on the storage. You know how your data is moving, what is going on, when its encryption is going. So I I ask all of you, if you want to test this ransomware protection, you can contact me, we can book a demo. We want to our customers test this protection. So we are also doing tests for our customers on maybe in every 3 months. We are pushing this system to the limit and giving examples why it's so important to have this kind of protection on all of your data. So the second part is it's not just about security. So it's about these topics is how also Aston Martin and Oran Telecom, how we are handling this data, how we are bringing AI to your data. So for our customers, we have like a portal which is called BlueXP. We are cloud provider in Serbia, but we are also AWS partner and Google partner, and customers have data around the globe. You can have data in Google Cloud, on AWS Cloud, and with this product, you can have full visibility of your data. So this is just one example of BlueXP dashboards. So you have like, this is an example of data which is connected to the NetApp storage. As I mentioned, this is just an example of ransomware protection, but BlueXP is designed and he is connected to AWS, Google Cloud. On AWS you have a system which is called ONTAP FSx. On Google Cloud you have Google Volumes. On the Azure you have NetApp files. So you have a full visibility of your data on all clouds. It's like one single portal, and you can see all of your data in one place. That was just the beginning. So our customers are using this like they have part of data in Oran Telecom Cloud, part of data in AWS, and if they want to manipulate with their data, they are connecting to the BlueXP, and they can like replicate data from Oran Telecom to AWS to Azure. It's the same system which Aston Martin is doing. It's doing the same thing, because the Formula 1 by 2030 needs to be zero carbon neutral, and there is a lot of speak about the data, about how many people can go on the track. So Aston Martin it's actually doing remotely all of these things. Only few engineers are on the site, and with these insights, you can have insight what is your cold data, what is your warm data. The usually global statistics are that 50% of your data are never used, and it's reside as cold data. So you're paying for maybe expensive storage, for SSD disks, for NVMe, for data that you are not using. With this, our customers in our data centers, they have the full visibility which data they are using, and how many of their data is warm data, how many of data is cold data. And that's the thing which is also helping Aston Martin in that goal to maintain zero carbon neutral emissions by 2030. This is example one how BlueXP is classifying all of your data. So it can classify PAI documents, like documents which you have passwords, maybe, or some similar stuff. It's certified with DORA framework. And you can see here what kind of volumes are protected via ransomware, what kind of volumes are not protected, and you have full visibility on your data plane. In case on ransomware attack, snapshots are generating automatically in that second of attack, and you as user are notified immediately that someone is trying to encrypt of your data. And we as company, you have two options: fully automate AI ransom protection, which is restoring snapshots, and you're just notified, or we can, or that decision, it's up to you. So you get notified there is a ransomware attack, and on BlueXP, you can restore your data in a matter of seconds. So no downtime in case of some kinds of attack. And the next thing, we will speak why is AI is a data challenge, and how this BlueXP expanding that with Oran Telecom. So some statistics are that 85% of AI projects fail because of you don't have a good data access to your files. Via BlueXP, you can have connections no matter where are your data. That is Oran Telecom, AWS, Google Cloud. We have all of your data in one place. So this is something new. It's called Global Data Namespace. So you can have multi-cloud solutions for you. Oran Telecom data center, AWS, or something like that. And you can search, you can have, for example, a project, I don't know, about Formula 1. And you can search for all of your documents, and in BlueXP, you will have all of your documents regarding Formula 1 and things related to that. And after that, you can push to something which is called AI Pod, which is solution which is created between NetApp and NVIDIA, and residing in our data center. So you can push all of that data which you're collected to AI Pod to analyze and to working on your AI, but with all of your data. So no matter where are your data, we can bring it via BlueXP. The second thing I want to talk about is workload factory. So if you have some PAI informations, and this is like the real case of use case of one of our customers. If you have some PAI informations, something regarding to GDPR, to DORA framework, or something like that, we are doing this thing with NetApp for our cloud customers. We have fiber optical connections like to AWS in Frankfurt, to Milano, via Direct Connect service. So if customers want to use AWS Bedrock, but want to do with data from our data center, and this is a solution based on that. So in Oran Telecom, we have NetApp storage. The same storage, it's the FSx ONTAP. It's the same operation system which NetApp built. Via Snap Mirror technology, you can mirror a portion of your data, or you can just cache it to the AWS. And then using this service, which is called Workload Factory, on AWS, you're just paying only for storage on FSx. These additional services for chatbot are free, and you're paying for Bedrock. This is just one example how we are bringing AI to the data for our customers here in Serbia with Workload Factory system. So if you want also to test this solution, you can reach me out and we can arrange some things. Also, Oran Telecom has its own data center. It's Tier 3 data center, and as Aston Martin data center, as I said, it's NetApp based. It's also because we need to maintain also as Aston Martin by 2030 zero carbon neutral emissions. It's powered on solar panels, and this is just one of example how Aston Martin it's using the same system. So this is some statistics on BlueXP, how you are using your data, how many how many data, how many power are you consuming, and what do you need to do to to expand this zero carbon neutral emissions. So there is something on NetApp storage which is called deduplication, to have less amount of expenses in our data center. So it's the same. You got the same statistics for all public cloud vendors, and it's the same thing that Aston Martin doing on the track with the same system. Because as I said, minimum 50% of your data are cold data, and you are not using them. You can push the data to cheaper S3, to the cheaper storage. You don't need to paying, expensive SSD space on AWS, does it Oran Telecom? It doesn't matter. And you have a full insight of your data. So this is the new service which we are pushing in the beginning of the next year. It's in cooperation with NetApp and NVIDIA in our new data center, in our new block. We are investing in AI as service system, which is the system between NetApp and NVIDIA. And with all of these features from BlueXP, you will have the single pane of glass when you can train your data, pushing to NVIDIA, and have the fastest storage connections. So these storage connections are like 400 gigabits per second. And as I said, this system, this SuperPod system, will be pushed by beginning of the next year. And we will provide to all of our customers potentially AI as service in our data center with NetApp infrastructure and NVIDIA software. So, and for the end, you can scan this QR code. It will be a short 5 questions about Formula One, about Aston Martin, and about AI. So 40 players for now. Okay, first question. And the leader for now is Marco. Okay, let's proceed to second question. Okay, next question. Okay, maybe I skipped.
So it's like now fourth question. I only managed to answer the first
Okay, now we are moving. So the leader for now is CC or Marco. Marco, yeah, Marco is the best for now. And the last question. So Marco is the winner. Okay, Marco, please come in.
Yes, that's me.
Yeah.
You.
Congrats.